So I've been playing a lot of typesoul recently due to its major comeback, but after playing the game for a week straight, I have a lot to say about its combat and balancing. But before we get into that, I just want to say thank you for the love of my last 2 videos. I appreciate it a lot. I'll be uploading more frequently, so please subscribe to not miss an upload. I'd appreciate it. Anyways, here's what I have to say about typesoul's balancing so far. So first thing I have to say is that these new devs are so much better than the old devs. Not only are they way more transparent and more informative than the old devs have ever been, they actually work on the game like they care about it. So automatically, these new devs that we have working on the game are infinitely better than what we had before. The game is also being updated way quicker compared to the 2-month per update we were getting prior to the game's re-release. So already the game is in a much better spot than it was previously. So what are my main concerns right now? It's just the balancing, like I said earlier. I already knew that when it came to mentioning balancing, I couldn't just sit here and not mention ARRANCARs. If you came up to me and said ARRANCARs aren't the most broken race in the game currently, I'd slap the fuck out of you. I don't think I can name one thing that's not broken about ARRANCARs. ARRANCARs have the best weapons in the game. Every single one of their partials are viable in some way. They have HUECO. They can use an extra red pill, which, I mean, if you're not Vastocar, you're a fucking idiot. I'm just gonna say that. And just because of those red pills, ARRANCARs automatically have the best hybrid builds, which are slowly becoming meta. But also, with only 9 hog frags, you are given quite literally the best AoE move in the game, which is Gran Racero. Just pop one of those bad boys in ranked and I'm losing half my HP or all of my posture. Okay, maybe not half of my HP, I'm over exaggerating, but it's broken as fuck. It's a free combo start anyways, so it doesn't really matter. And I'm saying all this without even mentioning the fact that they have access to Segunda. But since I'm specifically talking about ranked, that doesn't matter right now. So obviously, after knowing all of that, it's hard to see how some people are still saying ARRANCARs need a buff or something about ARRANCAR needs a buff, because everything about y'all is broken. I don't see where y'all need a buff at. What is there to buff? So obviously, once I got to higher elo, naturally I started fighting a lot more broken builds and people who actually knew how to use them. So I don't want to hear shit if you're not like at least semi-master, okay? From my experience, everybody is using bone and slash or storm, and the reason for this is because each one of those reses are so damn broken for no fucking reason, especially for their rarity. Bone has encasing, which if you parry it still continues, if you block it still does hella posture damage, and if you dodge, well, you're still gonna get hit by the second one anyway, so it doesn't matter. There's no counterplay to that Z move. The lock-on move is damn near frame 1, so it's an instant free combo start, and the spline move, which I think is the C move, where you throw things out and they come towards the player, is free pressure, because there is no way to defend yourself from those skulls while the person is also attacking you at the same time. So bone is just a whole bunch of like throw bullshit at you or hit you with some bullshit and you can't do anything about it. That's why everybody uses it. And I almost forgot to mention, bone also slows you by a fuck ton. Slash has by far the best barrage move in the game, and then Arrogante has that cripple shit. I'm not gonna get started on that. Storm has a frame 1 combo starter and insane amounts of stun on each of its moves. So obviously it's a no-brainer when reses these broken that are super easy to get are commonly used in high elo, because there is quite literally no counterplay to some of these. So if you've hit a rock right now, or you're like in low elo and you're struggling to climb up, just use an ARRANCAR build that has any of those reses and you're honestly going to be chilling, man. Especially bone. Nerf bone, please nerf that shit, it's broken as fuck. So honestly, playing ARRANCAR is like playing the game with training wheels. If you're new to the game, just go ARRANCAR, learn how to play, then move on to something like Soul Reaper. Or if you really want to be a little bitch crybaby, go play Quincy Keto. That's even more of like just hand holding. That's hand holding on another level. You're a bitch if you play that shit.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man.
Hakuda as of right now is kind of in between a state of being balanced and unbalanced at the same time. It's really simple to fight if it's not a bone user, since most of the time a simple parry breaks the combo. This is both a blessing and a curse, however. I think Seiji 4 explains it best as to why Hakuda is very mediocre at times.
Hakuda is the only class in the game where I have to be airborne before I can use my abilities to their full effect. And not only do I have to be airborne, there's also a chance that if the person that I'm fighting against has somewhat of a brain, if he presses the F key on his keyboard, he has a chance of parrying me out the sky. And then I am rendered useless until I'm able to get him back into the air. Pause.
Sure, Hakata might be cool and fun to some people, but in its current state, I feel as though it'd be impossible to balance properly. If you reduce the damage, then the already hard to hit combos wouldn't feel worth doing, and if you increase the damage, it'd be way too overtuned. If you add more block breakers, it'll be the best thing in the game, but if you nerf its combo starting capability, it becomes useless. It honestly becomes a headache to think about, and the easiest solution would be an overall rework. I'm sure you can still find a middle ground with adding grabs and combos while also making it more similar to something like Kendo. When I think of what could be a good rework, I think of Deep Woken's fist combat. Although everything in there has pretty much the same moves no matter what weapon you're using, I still think specifically of moves like strong left and rapid punches. Kind of using these as an idea would really help with the start of potentially reworking the skill tree. Really, the most general idea I can give you is just make it more grounded, because right now there are Keto or ARRANCAR users making hybrid builds where you just abuse the up tilt stun to confirm moves like the red pull-in move, whatever that shit's called, into combos that are just inescapable. That shit is actually inescapable. I've tried so many times.
What more do you want from me?
Anyways, I was about to just start complaining about medic users, but I've been seeing a lot less of them in ranked, and they have nerfed it pretty hard recently, so honestly, I'm not even gonna get into it. I just want to say that I really like typesoul, and I'm passionate about this game, and I'm still enjoying it, and I want it to really keep its relevance. But with the direction this game is going in right now, with these devs double hand stroking, Gok 3000ing these ARRANCARs, it's becoming more and more unplayable day by day, to the point where I feel like the only way for me to break through lower master is to make an ARRANCAR build with bone. That's honestly my only option right now, and it sucks to think that way. I want this game to be more skill orientated and less build focused like Deep Woken currently is. There's a reason why people aren't really playing that much anymore. So please, devs, keep doing what you're doing. Listen to us, please. Please. Please, bro, I'm tired of this shit.